Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Snack English. I'm Adam.
And I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm good today, Adam. How are you too?
I'm doing great. But I had a strange morning. I forgot my phone at home when I went to the park.
Oh no, that sounds scary. Did you feel lost?
Yes, I felt very strange. I kept reaching into my pocket for my phone, but it was not there.
I know that feeling. We are so accustomed to our phones now.
Accustomed to? Oh, you mean we're very used to having them, like it is a normal part of life?
Yes, exactly. It is a habit we cannot stop. We are used to checking them every minute.
It made me think about our life before social media. Do you remember those times?
I do. It feels like a long time ago. Life was much slower then.
It was. It was also much more quiet. Think about how we met our friends before. We did not have WhatsApp or Facebook.
That is true. For example, if I wanted to see a friend, I couldn't just send a quick text message.
We didn't have smartphones in our pockets. We had landlines.
Oh, the landlines, the phones that stay in one place in the house.
Yes, and they had those long wires. Do you remember the wires?
Yes, my phone's wire was very long. I used to walk into the other room with the phone, but the wire always pulled me back.
I remember that. And if you wanted to call a friend, you had to call their house.
Oh no, that was the scary part.
Why was it scary?
Because usually their parents answered the phone first.
That's right. You had to talk to the mom or the dad first.
Yes, I had to say, "Hello, this is Sarah. Can I please speak to Jenny?"
I remember that.
Yes. Now everything is faster. Communication is easier than it was in the past. Now, kids just send a message directly to their friend, no parents involved.
I think that changed how we talk to people. We learned how to talk to adults more back then.
I agree. We learned to be patient too. If your friend wasn't home, you just had to wait.
Yes, you couldn't call them on their mobile because they didn't have one. You just had to try calling again later, maybe in 2 hours.
Or the next day, and there was no caller ID. Do you remember that?
Oh, caller ID. You mean seeing the name of the person who is calling on the screen?
Yes. Before, we didn't know who was calling. The phone rang, and it was a mystery.
It was a surprise every time. Ring, ring. Who is it? Is it my grandma? Is it a salesperson? Is it my crush?
My heart used to beat so fast when the phone rang.
Mine too. Now I see the name and I think, oh, I will call them back later. I'm busy. Sometimes I think the old way was nicer. We had to make plans and keep them.
Oh, that is a good point. If we said, "Let us meet at the cinema at 5 p.m., we had to be there.
Exactly. If you were late, you could not call to say, I'm 5 minutes away. You just had to wait.
People were more patient back then. Now, if someone does not reply to my message in 10 minutes, I get worried.
Me too. We are less patient now because technology is so fast. Everything happens right now.
And what about photos? I was looking at old photos yesterday.
Oh, did you have a digital camera?
No, this was before that. It was a film camera. You know, the ones where you buy a roll of film.
Oh, wow, I remember those. You only had 24 or 36 chances to take a good picture.
Yes, and you could not see the picture after you took it. You had to wait.
That's right. You had to take the film to a shop. Then you had to wait for 3 days to get the paper photos.
Sometimes the photos were bad, but you did not know until later.
Yes,
But those photos feel more special. Now I have 5,000 photos on my phone. I never look at them.
I'm the same. We take so many pictures now. We will take a photo of our lunch, a photo of a tree, a photo of everything.
Yes, people will take 20 photos of the same thing just to find the perfect one for Instagram.
It is true. People will spend more time taking the photo than enjoying the moment.
That is a big difference. Before social media, we lived the moment. Now we record the moment.
That is a great way to say it. Before social media, life was more private. Just for us and our family.
Private. I like that word. It means it's a secret or just for a few people.
Yes, now nothing feels private. People post what they eat, where they go, and how they feel every hour.
I think it's exhausting. It means very, very tiring.
It is. I sometimes miss the silence, the time when the phone didn't make a sound for the whole afternoon.
Me too. I remember the sound of the house when it was quiet. Just the clock on the wall. Tick, tick, tick.
Now it's ping, buzz, ding, every 2 minutes.
My phone is making a noise right now.
Oh no, is it social media?
Yes, someone liked a photo of my dog from 3 years ago.
See? It never stops. Sarah, do you remember getting lost before we had maps on our phones?
Ugh, all the time. I am very bad with directions. I remember using a big map when my family went on holiday, a paper map that was hard to fold.
Oh, those maps were terrible. My parents always had an argument about which way to go.
Yes, my dad would turn the map around and around to find the street.
Today we have GPS. The phone tells us, turn left in 100 meters.
I love that. But before, we had those giant paper maps. And you could never fold them correctly. You tried to make them small again, but they just became a big mess of paper.
I remember driving and trying to read the map at the same time. It was very dangerous.
Adam, you should stop the car to read the map.
I know, but I was young and I thought I knew the way.
And what did we do when we were really lost?
We had to roll down the car window and say, "Excuse me, where is the library?"
And the stranger usually gave bad directions. They would say, go past the big tree and turn at the red house.
But there were 5 red houses. It was so confusing.
It was a different kind of adventure. Now, we never talk to strangers for directions. We just look at the little blue dot on our screen.
The little blue dot is my best friend when I travel.
Mine too. But I think we don't look at the world as much now. We only look at the blue dot.
That's true. Before, we looked at the buildings and the street names. We remembered the way because we had to.
Now, if my phone dies, I am lost forever. I don't know where my own house is.
I feel the same way. It's a bit sad, isn't it? We depend on our phones so much.
Depend on? You mean we need them for everything?
Exactly. We need them to find our way, to talk to friends, and even to know the time.
Oh, I remember wearing a watch every day. Now my watch is just a dark screen on my phone.
I still wear a watch, but mostly because I like how it looks. I usually check the time on my phone anyway.
Me too. And what about information? Do you remember how we found facts before Google?
Oh, that was a lot of work. We had those big books, the encyclopedias.
Yes, my parents had a whole shelf of them, A to Z.
If I wanted to know about tigers, I had to find the book with the letter T.
And then you had to read 3 pages to find one small fact.
Now I just type tiger into my phone and I have a million facts in 1 second.
It's amazing, but I think I learned more when I had to search in a book. I had to focus more.
Focus. You mean give all your attention to one thing?
Yes. Now I start looking for a fact about tigers, and then I see a video of a cat, and then I see a picture of a cake.
And 1 hour later, you're looking at pictures of shoes and forgot about the tigers.
Exactly. That is the problem with social media and the internet. It takes our focus away.
I agree. It's called a distraction, something that stops you from doing what you planned.
Yes, a big distraction. Before, if I was bored, I was just bored.
Boredom was different back then. Do you remember what you did when you were bored?
I think I just sat on the grass and looked at the clouds.
Or I played with a ball against a wall for 3 hours.
Yes, or I read the back of the cereal box while eating breakfast.
Oh, I did that every morning. I knew every word on that box. I knew the ingredients, the address of the factory, everything.
We were so desperate for things to read. Now we have too much to read.
We have too many choices. Sometimes too many choices make us unhappy.
I think you're right. Before social media, we didn't compare our lives to other people so much.
That is a very important point. Compare, you mean looking at someone else's life and thinking theirs is better.
Yes. Now I see a photo of my friend on a beach in Italy, then I look at my living room and I feel sad.
But before, you didn't know your friend was in Italy. You only found out when they came home and showed you the paper photos.
Exactly. And by then, they were home and back at work, just like me, so I didn't feel jealous.
Jealous. You mean that feeling when you want what someone else has.
Yes, jealousy is much easier now because we see the best parts of everyone's life every day.
But we don't see the bad parts. I think social media also changed how we feel about ourselves. Do you agree?
Oh, definitely. Before, you only compared yourself to your neighbors or your friends at school.
Yes, the circle was smaller.
Exactly. Now we see people from all over the world. We see famous people and rich people every day.
And they always look perfect in their photos. It can make people feel sad about their own lives.
But Adam, do you think life is better now, or was it better before?
That's a hard question. I think both have good things.
I agree. I love being able to see my family on video calls. My sister lives in another country, and I can see her face every day.
That is a miracle. A miracle, a wonderful thing that seems impossible.
It really is a miracle. Before, she had to write a letter, and the letter took 2 weeks to arrive.
I remember writing letters. I loved choosing the paper and the pen.
And the smell of the paper, and the handwriting. Everyone has different handwriting.
Now, everyone has the same font, the same style of letters on the screen.
Handwriting feels more personal. Personal like it belongs only to that one person.
Yes, I have some old letters from my grandfather. I love seeing his writing. It makes me feel like he is still here.
That's beautiful, Adam. We don't really have that with emails or texts.
No, if I delete an email, it's gone. If I lose my phone, I lose all my messages.
So maybe we should write more letters?
Maybe, but stamps are expensive now.
That's true. Everything is more expensive.
But I think the most important thing is how we spend our time.
What do you mean?
Well, before social media, we spent our time doing things. Now we spend our time watching other people do things.
Oh, wow. That's a big thought, Adam. You're right. I watch videos of people cooking, but I don't cook.
Exactly. I watch videos of people exercising, but I am just sitting on my sofa.
We are observers. We watch. We don't do.
I want to do more things. I want to go back to the feeling of the past, even for just one day.
A day without a phone? No social media? No GPS?
Yes, just a paper map and a landline. What do you think?
I think I would get lost in 5 minutes.
But it would be a fun adventure. We could find a new park or a funny shop.
And we wouldn't take any photos, just memories.
Exactly. Just keeping the pictures in our heads.
That sounds difficult, but very peaceful.
Peaceful, quiet, and calm.
Yes, I think I need more peace in my life.
We all do, Sarah. Maybe after this podcast, we can both turn off our phones for 1 hour.
1 hour? That's a long time, Adam.
You see, we are addicted.
Addicted? You mean we can't stop doing it even if we want to?
Yes, like being addicted to sugar or coffee.
I think you're right. I'm a little bit addicted to my phone.
Me too, but 1 hour is a good start.
Okay, I promise. 1 hour of no phones after we finish.
It's a deal. A deal, we both agree to do it.
It's a deal. I'm actually excited. I might read a real book.
That's a great idea. I might just sit and look at the clouds.
Just like the old days.
Exactly, just like the old days.
Well, this was a very nice talk, Adam. It made me feel nostalgic.
Nostalgic? That's a good word. It means feeling a little bit happy and a little bit sad when you think about the past.
Yes, I feel nostalgic for the slow life, but I am happy I can talk to you so easily now.
Me too, Sarah. Technology is great, but we must use it carefully.
I agree. Well, thank you for the trip down memory lane, Adam.
My pleasure. A trip down memory lane, that's a funny way to say we talked about memories.
Yes, it's a very common English expression.
I like it. Well, thank you everyone for listening to our stories today.
Yes, thank you. We hope you enjoyed thinking about the past with us.
Do you remember life before social media? Try to talk about it in English today.
That's a great challenge. Use some of the words we talked about, like landline or film.
Or boredom. Don't forget boredom.
Yes, be bored for a little while. It's good for you.
Okay, Sarah, time to turn off the phones.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, bye, bye.